Hi everyone, I'm Sachin. I'm founder and CEO of ClarityLoop. At ClarityLoop, we are on the mission to empower organizations achieve high performance culture. You might ask, what is high performance culture? Well, there are so many schools of thoughts out there and opinions, but we can all agree that high performance culture is not built in end of year or quarterly reviews, right? Because by that time, it's too late. It's too late. Damage has been done. We are just reacting. You see, it's the little moments that matter the most. Those quick wins, those early warning signs, those tiny miscommunications that get lost in our busy schedules, and those moments really shape how teams perform. Clarity Loop helps capture and analyze those little moments. It bridges the gap between like the daily work and the high performance culture without creating extra work for everyone. So let's just straight jump into it. When you log into Clarity Loop, this is what you see. There are multiple trigger points to the platform, but I'm just gonna focus on few basic stuff. So the first thing you see is like your career framework, where you want to be, is very clearly in front of you. Uh, to be able to give feedback, the system automatically highlights the things where you're already collaborating and working. And these are the moments where the system wants to capture, right? So focusing on the intent rather than the art of writing feedback is more important. So let's say, great job, could have applied design pattern. Sorry, I can't spell. Uh, and suddenly what you see here is like the system drafts a high quality feedback because it knows what you're talking about, what context is, and who are the people you're talking about based on who you collaborate with most. And that's it. You should be able to write high quality feedback very quickly. And this is not the only way you can do it. There are multiple trigger points. And I think the one more important thing here is that the feedback can be given from the platform that you are working in without leaving them as well, right? So like whether you're using whatever, Slack, GitHub, Jira, Confluence, all of these things are possible from within them. The next thing I wanted to quickly touch on is once you start to get feedback and receive feedback, the system automatically kind of turn them into a digestible chunk for you to actually take some actions on, whether it's the growth opportunities or the strengths or the values that the company wants you to show. These things kind of are now for you to start getting insights on, right? And when this happens, like one magical thing start to happen. This is the foundation for the growth, right? This is where like, okay, I'm going to talk to my manager about it, or I'm going to turn this into a growth opportunity for me for the next 6 months. This is what I'm going to focus on, right? And you can do that very easily now. It's like, okay, next one-to-one, let's just discuss it, or let's just add it to my next OKR. But when the manager goes into the next conversation, the other thing I wanted to quickly highlight is gone the days when kind of end of year I'm going to ask people how somebody's doing or give me the feedback, peer feedback. Like your conversations become much more direct and focused and data driven, right? So for example, in your one-to-one you can say, okay, everything about this person, how things are going, and in one place you have like the running record of the person's performance, I suppose, with everything in one place. Then while we talk about one-to-ones, let's just quickly touch on OKRs. So system is able to give you recommendation on what good goals look for you based on all the data that it has about you, and that's a lot of data based on the recommendations, based on the growth opportunities, the career paths, the value system, the thing that you want to do. A system is able to give recommendation, but setting the recommendation is one thing. But like if you want to go and like this is just a start, right? Like this is like, rather than going from a blank slate, this is where you can start your having good OKRs, and the system is able to measure your OKRs automatically as well. So you can again like do it manually, but then system is able to capture and measure them automatically as well. So one more thing I wanted to kind of quickly highlight is I'm sure there has been times when you don't have time to write and capture a lot of things in one place to be able to give a feedback. You can just take a screenshot of the conversation, the collaboration, or the work that you've been working on, and use that as a way to give feedback. So what system does it automatically kind of reads the screenshot and says, okay, this is what you want to talk about, and again, great job, could have applied pattern, design pattern, I suppose, uh, and boom, system should be able to kind of understand what you're talking about and then draft the initial feedback for you. That's it. There's a lot more there, which I haven't covered here, obviously, in this short video, but how the manager's life is now very different, what the leaders look at in terms of actionable insights, or the HR leaders. You have to visit clarityloop.com. I look forward to hearing from you there as well. Thank you very much.